Hello, I am Rachel Roth.
And I'm Derek Roth. We are Monat Senior Executive Directors and Maxwell Masterclass graduates.
I started this business 6 years ago. I was an exhausted, overworked mom. I was giving my entire soul to corporate America, and I just wanted to change my life and change my circumstances. So I told you, I think I'm doing this business. And I think your exact words were,
"Oh, please don't do this." So I joined my wife 5 years ago because it took me a little while to see the vision. We both came from corporate America, and she knew she didn't love corporate America. It took me getting into this business to realize how much I was missing and what was missing out there.
Fast forward to where we are now. We are proud parents of 3 beautiful children, ages 14, 7, and 5, and Monat has changed both of us. We even look at pictures of ourselves and say, I don't really even know who that is because we are just so different now, and we are forever grateful for that.
So I spend the majority of my days actually coaching on an individual level and have so much passion helping members of our team find new confidence, especially those that never believed they could grow a business. It is so much fun to watch them find success and see how different they are as a person. I mean, we know how much it changed us, but it's changed so many people on our team. That is why we are here to share with you in this masterclass.
Today, we're going to talk to you about VIP acquisition. Whether you became a market partner yesterday or you've been leading a team for years, this applies to everyone. What we want you to learn the most is how to effectively speak to customers to increase your sales, but do it in a way that is mutually beneficial, not just for you, but also to anybody that's interested in buying our products. We want this to be a win-win on both sides. So get ready to take some notes and let's get started.
We want to talk to you about VIP acquisitions specifically because before we began focusing on driving personal volume in our business, our PV was, relative to our rank, pretty low. It was about $1,000 to $1,500 a month on average.
Then we discovered a formula that really worked. And because of that formula and applying it consistently with every single conversation, now our PV hovers between $10,000 and $12,000 a month, which has been a huge increase, not only for our check, but also the amount of lives that we've been able to impact with these incredible products. Our VIP and flagship programs are absolutely incredible. And I always tell people, if I was going to sign up my mom to buy these products, she would be a VIP. In fact, she is a VIP. She's my mom, and I wouldn't let her sign up any other way as a customer because of the incredible benefits of our program. I've personally been enrolled in lots of different VIP or preferred customer programs. Monat is unlike any of the ones that I've experienced because ours is so flexible with so many benefits. You get a 15% discount on products, you get free shipping, you get a free gift with your order, you get a birthday treat, you get exclusive access to special promotions, and you have complete control over your flagship because it's not an auto ship. A key point that I share and love about our flagship program is that you get multiple check-ins, so you're never surprised by a random box that shows up on your doorstep unexpectedly. There's truly no pressure, and it's customizable in every way. You pay a one-time VIP enrollment fee, and after that, you're a VIP for life, and you get all the perks forever and ever and ever. And it pays for itself on the very first order. So there's literally not a downside to this program. There are only massive benefits.
VIP acquisition is the foundation of your business. No matter what phase of the business you are in, you can't build a home on sand. You have to have a strong foundation. If you are beginning your Monat journey and you are in your Smart Start period, your VIP customers are essential to building your business strong for the long term. Because of the way the growth has happened with our personal volume, that has proven to be our foundation. What that means is that we can cover our group volume every month by just our PV. That is a solid, safe business, but it also does a lot of other things. One, trust me, your downline is always looking at you. And when they see your PV keeps going up and up and up, that creates belief throughout your entire organization. But it also starts to get your team's motors turning, and they start asking questions like, what are you doing different? So then there's a synergy that happens in your entire downline. Because look, we all know that belief is the #1 key to success. When people see others do it, they know that they can do it too. So our focus on VIP acquisition and what that has meant for our business is extremely substantial for the health of not only our business, but also impacted others around us to build a strong foundation in their business.
Let's talk about the formula for success. We actually have a 3-step formula that just works. It's like clockwork. What I love about it is that it is a formula that's step by step, but it's customizable for each person that you're talking to. This is not going to be canned. It's not going to be scripted. It's just steps that you can apply to every single conversation. So let's get into it. The very first step is you must uncover their need. When you're having a conversation and somebody says, I want better hair or skin, or I want to take better care of myself, and you just start telling them all the things about Monat, the Monat products that you love, and you tell them your favorite products, blah, 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 blah. That's great. But most likely, their hair and skin and wellness needs are going to be different than yours. You have to uncover their need. What is it that they're looking for? You need to know this before you can provide a solution. We have a great tool to help you with this process. You can send the Monat quiz right from your mobile app. And if you're new to Monat, the quiz makes it even easier to jump into your business right away with confidence. The Monat quiz has all of our categories: hair care, skincare, and wellness. I send them the quiz for their customized recommendations. No two people are alike, so I want to know what they are experiencing. Take a note, because this really is one of the most important things that you're going to do. You have to uncover the need before you try to provide the solution. Getting your customers' insights from the quiz will help you get a full picture of their individual situation and help you continue to ask the right questions to move the conversation forward.
It's like you've cracked the code. So often I see someone who joins the business and then they don't get any VIPs. And we know why that's happening. It's because they're really just not confident to even have the conversation. The more questions you ask, the more you are opening the conversation and the customer feels like it's about them and not about you. Then they start to get really excited and interested in the process of finding the right products for them.
Let's use hair as an example. One question I always ask is, what are the top 2 things you want to improve about your hair? That's important because that's where they're going to really communicate to you their pain point. They'll say something like, the frizz is driving me crazy. It's thinner than I want it to be. I have an oily scalp. I have dandruff. Whatever it is, we know we have products to help them, and this is a very, very important next step.
Step number 2, you are going to describe to them how Monat products work differently and why they will experience different results with Monat. While I encourage you to understand the science behind Monat and why the products work differently, you don't need to be a product expert. Sharing your experience and your results makes you the expert. Sharing, this is where I was at with my hair, this is where I ended up, and this is how I got there. That's creating a roadmap for your customer to understand how they are going to get the results they want. Now, all of a sudden, the customer is looking at you with an understanding of the value of Monat.
Notice you haven't talked about any specific products that you're going to recommend for them yet. You also haven't given them a price on anything. You've just created tremendous value around the products by describing to them how it is different than any other product that's on the market.
We haven't talked about anything like she just said, and all they can think of is, I want those results. How do I get them? So now you've controlled the conversation and the customer loves it. So you're in a really good spot to go over the next parts of our services.
So at this point, they're hooked. They're like, okay, that sounds amazing. What should I use, right? Because we still haven't given them the recommendations on the products yet. And they're dying to know what they should use for their hair transformation. This takes us to step 3, the final step in the process. Now it's time to recommend the right products for them. Ask them for their email address if I don't have it yet, and then walk them through the process of becoming a VIP with Monat. I always try to type out my recommendations in a text or a DM to them because I want to be able to go back and reference this as a follow-up for future conversations. When I send them a cart, I say, let me send you a personalized cart so you can take a look at all of my recommendations. I also drop into the conversation how concentrated the products are and how long they last. This is the first time that they're going to look at price, but you've already built so much value around these products and the results that they're going to achieve that they are excited to see what all of this looks like. This is a very important part of the process. I want to send them a cart, but I only want to send them a cart if I can immediately, I'm talking immediately, hop back on and send them a text, a DM, whatever, however you're communicating. It must be an audio message. I always do an audio message because I want them to hear my voice, hear my passion, hear my sincere excitement for them. I'm going to describe exactly what they're going to see when they open up their email, because I don't want them to open up their email and say, enroll as a VIP. What does that mean? That's scary. Does it mean I have to sell these products? Does this mean I'm starting a business? No. So I want to explain before they have any of those thoughts. I'm going to send them the cart, and then I'm going to hop right back into DMs, and I'm going to send them 2 audio messages back to back, rapid fire. And they go something like this. Lisa, I just sent your cart over. Whenever you open up your email, it's going to say enroll as a VIP. I don't want that to throw you off. Being a VIP customer is the cheapest way to purchase products as a customer. You're going to get a 15% discount on products, free shipping, a free gift with your order, access to our amazing flash sales. There is a one-time $20 enrollment fee to become a VIP, but that pays for itself on the very first order. So you've already paid for it and you never have to pay for it again. You're a VIP for life and you get all the perks forever and ever and ever. Hang on, I want to tell you one more thing. And then I stop that message and I send one more. In my next audio message, I say, Lisa, the second page you're going to see is something about a flagship or a flagship cart. I don't want that to throw you off. We do not have an auto ship. We have something called a flex ship because it's completely flexible. You never have to purchase products unless you are ready to purchase products. So every 60 days, you're going to get an email and it's going to say, hey, Lisa, you have an order coming up in your cart. What do you want to do? Do you want to cancel this flex ship order? Do you want to edit what's in your cart, keep what's in your cart? You are totally in control. The biggest thing I want you to know is that you are never going to get a random box that shows up on your doorstep unexpectedly that you don't want and that you didn't know was coming. Whenever you get that email, Lisa, I get that email at the exact same time. I'm going to proactively follow up with you and let you know that it's coming. I'm going to be your VIP concierge and I can help you edit whatever you would like. Me sending this second message is basically offering a second level of personalized support to become your VIP. And that is a huge, huge piece of it for people. The more support that you offer in advance, the more you're overcoming any of the concerns that they have on the front end. So in this final step of the process, what you're really doing by sending these messages is you are overcoming objections before they arise. You are addressing their concerns before they even become concerns, and you're building your relationship with them as their trusted Monat concierge.
So most of the concerns we hear are not actually real concerns. They are the fear of the unknown because they don't know. One example is the customer's assumption that we have an auto ship. So they already have the wrong information in their head, or they don't have the perceived value of the product, which we handled earlier. Once you handle the perceived value of the product, price stops becoming a big objection because we've taken them on that journey. We've given them a roadmap. Remember, we're taking them from here to here so you can hear the customer saying, I want to go there. I don't care what it costs. So when you start handling those assumptions ahead of time, you will find yourself not really running into objections because you're taking care of all of those perceived unknowns before they even occur.
Absolutely. Here's what I have found in this process. By educating and building the value around our products, VIP customers are more likely to stick with the products because I've educated them on why our products are different. So instead of using it one time and being like, my hair feels weird, I don't know what to do, I'm going to send it all back. They say, Rachel, explain this to me. I'm going to give this the full 28 days to see what I think at the end. And we all know that by the end of 1 month, they're going to be madly in love. But you are building loyalty and you're building trust and you're giving them more of a chance to use the products.
So let's say you have this whole conversation and the VIP on the other end of the line, on the other end of the conversation goes completely silent. What do you do next? They're ghosting you, right?
Yeah.
In fact, it's doubtful. Breathe, relax. It is just not at the top of their priority list today. So follow-up is critical. I can't stress it enough. It is extremely important. It's absolutely necessary in this business. You've all heard the statistics that it takes on average 7 to 10 touches before a customer takes action on anything. So remember that you've talked to them once, maybe twice. It usually takes 7 to 10 times for the average customer to take action. But our brains start lying to us all the time. We start making up fairy tales about negative things that aren't even happening. Remember, we are all human. We all get distracted. You get distracted. We look at social media. We have kids. We have a spouse. We have a career. All of those things take away our time. And what we were focused on 1 minute might not be what we're focused on now. So it's absolutely imperative for you to follow up with customers. It's not like your customer wakes up thinking, well, today's the day. I'm going to find some anti-aging shampoo and I'm going to stop at nothing until I get it. No, it's our job to help them along this process so they look in the mirror today and say, this is it. This is the last day. It's not going to look like this any longer. So I want you to remember, most people that struggle in this business, what happens is they build up the courage to reach out to somebody. They exhale, and then they think they're done. The problem is they are now too scared to follow up, and they never hear back. So they find themselves in this self-loathing cycle where they trick themselves into thinking what the customer's doing. I got ghosted because they don't think the products work, or they don't like what I'm offering. What you didn't realize is when you sent that voice text, they might have been in a car with 7 different kids. They're all screaming at the top of their lungs. By the time they got home, their husband needed her for something. A billion things could have happened just like they happened in your life. You need to follow up. Now, how do you follow up? Remember, you're providing a solution to their pain point. You have something extremely valuable that once the customer understands it, they will want it. I like to call these soft touches. Whatever medium you use to reach out to the customer in the first place, use that same medium. And it's like bringing it back to the top of their inbox. We want to bring it back to the top of their inbox. Now when you reach out to them, I want you to remember you have something extremely valuable. You know what these products do, so never minimize it. Some of the mistakes I see people make is they reach out and they say, hey, I'm sorry not to bother you again. No, that took you from the expert status, the person with the amazing products, to the person that's asking for a favor. You are never asking for a favor in this business. You are actually taking this customer on a journey to give them the best hair, the best skin, the healthiest body they've ever had in their entire life. And you have the roadmap to get them there. So you have to act like it. I want you to picture if you needed a minor surgery and you walked into the doctor and the doctor looks at you and says, hey, I hate to bother you, but we should probably do this surgery. I'm pretty good at it. We could do it on Tuesday. Does Tuesday work for you?
Mm-mm.
No, you're sitting there on the table going, no. You smelled the fear. You smelled the uncertainty. Remember, you are the expert and know more about these products than anybody else on the planet. Way more than the potential customer does. Be confident in what you have and be confident in what you have to offer. That pays huge dividends on the other end when you're talking to the customer.
So one of the things that you'll find when you've built tremendous value around these products, and then a VIP starts using them and falls madly in love with them, you're gonna find that that VIP has family members, has friends, has all sorts of people in their life. I want you to think about something. When you find something that you love, who do you tell? I call my sisters, I call my mom, I call everybody I know, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you have to try this new carpet cleaner, this dishwashing detergent. You have to try it. It doesn't matter what it is. When you find something you love, your VIP customers have that same experience when they try this and they fall in love with it. That is actually how I started in this business. I finally referred so many people that I ended up signing up to sell it myself. So when you treat your VIP with the utmost care, they're gonna trust that they can send the closest people in their life to you and that they will be in really good hands. Another thing that I've experienced is VIPs fall so madly in love with the products that they begin to refer so many people that it clicks in their brain just like it did for me. And they say, I wonder if I should do this. I wonder if maybe I should become a market partner and do this. Monat has run the statistics. 1 out of every 8 VIP customers upgrades to become a market partner just like you. And so keep that in mind, that very initial conversation that you're having with the VIP can lead to so much more and have value that extends far beyond just a one-time sale.
You're one of the 8.
Yes, I am.
We know that the more products that your customer can get in their hands, the better the experience that they're going to have. Helping your customers get more access to our incredible products and fall even more in love with our products through the VIP program opens doors to building your team. Who better to become your next market partner or refer your next VIP customer than someone who is already in love with the products?
We've given you a lot of words, a lot of examples, a formula for success in building a foundation to your business through VIP acquisition. But if I had 2 things to tell you, let's boil it down.
Yeah.
I would say you have to educate, and then you need to anticipate concerns before they arise. If you can educate your customer on why our products are different, and then anticipate and address their concerns before they even have a chance to verbalize them, that will increase your chance of closing the sale infinitely.
Now it's your turn to put what you learned in our masterclass to action by moving your conversations forward. Get ready to make some notes.
Maybe you planted a seed about becoming your VIP. Or maybe there's someone that you think would love Monat products, but you just haven't gotten around to checking back in with them. Maybe they're on your chicken list. I'm gonna give you a moment to think about who you need to follow up with and write them down. How many names did you write down? Put the number in the box.
Congratulations, you now have your follow-up list ready. You are now ready to reach out to that person and follow up. In our masterclass, I shared how critical, how essential following up is to your business. When you don't follow up, you are leaving money on the table. It just takes 5 seconds of courage to move that conversation forward and start using our success formula to grow your VIPs. You can do it, and we are cheering for you.